The greatest revolution of our generation is the discovery that human beings, by changing the inner attitudes of their minds, can change the outer aspects of their lives. Thoughts become perception. Perception becomes reality. Alter your thoughts. Alter your reality. The greatest weapon against stress is our ability to choose one thought over another. To kill time is not murder, it's suicide. A great many people think they are thinking when they are merely rearranging their prejudices. Man lives for science as well as bread. Formula to live your dream. 1. Be bold. 2. Begin now. 3. No exceptions. The greatest discovery of the 20th century is that our attitude of mind determines our quality of life, not circumstances. The ideas gained by men before they are 25 are practically the only ideas they shall have in their lives. Most unhappiness is caused because people listen to themselves instead of talking to themselves. There is a law in psychology that if you form a picture in your mind of what you would like to be, and you keep and hold that picture there long enough, you will soon become exactly as you have been thinking. Whenever you're in conflict with someone, there is one factor that can make the difference between damaging your relationship and deepening it. That factor is attitude. Success or failure depends more upon attitude than upon capacity. Successful men act as though they have accomplished or are enjoying something. Soon it becomes a reality. Act, look, feel successful, conduct yourself accordingly, and you will be amazed at the positive results. If any organism fails to fulfill its potentialities, it becomes sick. Once a decision is reached, stop worrying and start working. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. The deepest principle in human nature is the craving to be appreciated. A winner's attitude. It may be difficult, but it's possible. A loser's attitude. It may be possible, but it's too difficult. Common sense and a sense of humor are the same thing, moving at different speeds. A sense of humor is just common sense dancing. The great use of life is to spend it for something that will outlast it. There is but one cause of human failure, and that is man's lack of faith in his true self. Do something every day for no other reason than you would rather not do it, so that when the hour of dire need draws nigh, it may find you not unnerved and untrained to stand the test. Men are now proud of belonging to a conquering nation, and without a murmur they lay down their persons and their wealth, if by so doing they may fend off subjection. The worst thing that can happen to a good teacher is to get a bad conscience about her profession because she feels herself hopeless as a psychologist. The God of many men is little more than their court of appeal against the damnatory judgment passed on their failures by the opinion of the world. The baby, assailed by eyes, ears, nose, skin, and entrails at once, feels it all as one great blooming, buzzing confusion. Men's activities are occupied in two ways: in grappling with external circumstances and in striving to set things at one in their own topsy-turvy mind. The good we do today becomes the happiness of tomorrow. Most people live, whether physically, intellectually, or morally, in a very restricted circle of their potential being. Tension is a habit. Relaxing is a habit. Bad habits can be broken, good habits formed. Man can change his life simply by changing his attitude. A man may not achieve everything he has dreamed, but he will never achieve anything great without having dreamed it first. It is only by risking our persons from one hour to another that we live at all. There is an organic affinity between joyousness and tenderness. We want all our friends to tell us our bad qualities. It is only the particular us that does so whom we can't tolerate. If you give appreciation to people, you win their goodwill. But more important than that, practicing this philosophy has made a different person of me. The deepest longing in the human breast is the desire for appreciation. Men habitually use only a small part of the power which they actually possess. Whenever two people meet, there are really 6 people present. There is each man as he sees himself, each man as the other person sees him, and each man as he really is. Happiness comes of the capacity to feel deeply, to enjoy simply, to think freely, to risk life, to be needed, which give happiness. Thomas Jefferson. We never enjoy perfect happiness. Our most fortunate successes are mingled with sadness. Some anxieties always perplex the reality of our satisfaction. Faith means belief in something concerning which doubt is theoretically possible. An educated memory depends on an organized system of associations, and its goodness depends on 2 of their peculiarities. First, on the persistency of the associations, and second, on their number. The world is all the richer for having a devil in it, so long as we keep our foot upon his neck. Life shall be built in doing and suffering and creating. Religion shall mean for us the feelings, acts, and experiences of individual men in their solitude. It is well for the world that in most of us, by the age of 30, the character has set like plaster and will never soften again. Philosophy is an unusually stubborn attempt to think clearly. True is the name for whatever idea starts the verification process. Useful is the name for its completed function in experience. There are 2 lives, the natural and the spiritual, and we must lose the one before we can participate in the other. An act has no ethical quality whatever unless it be chosen out of several, all equally possible. Knowledge about life is one thing. Effective occupation of a place in life, with its dynamic currents passing through your being, is another. History is a bath of blood. To study the abnormal is the best way of understanding the normal. Serious development of the personality begins at the closet door. Women find the men attractive who can make them laugh. A chain is no stronger than its weakest link, and life is, after all, a chain. Is life worth living? It all depends on the liver. The sway of alcohol over mankind is unquestionably due to its power to stimulate the mystical faculties of human nature, usually crushed to earth by the cold facts and dry criticisms of the sober hour. We have nothing to do but to receive, resting absolutely upon the merit, power, and love of our Redeemer.